In this lecture, we're going to see another conditional statement that we can write using switch case statement supported by almost all the programming languages. Okay, so let us first go on through the definition of switch case and why we can use the switch case statement and in which situation we normally prefer the switch case statement. And next we're going to see its basic syntax, how it works, and then the lecture will end with multiple demonstration of switch case statement in the GDB compiler, right? So let's see the first line about the switch case statement that I've written. It is a control statement, so you can have an idea that how we have written the control statement already using the if else statement we have already seen. So it is a kind of control statement, okay, used to execute one block of code. So that means it is also possible it has a body like if else, one block of code, from multiple options. So that means it is not only a conditional statement, it's also, you can say, we can build multiple options, suppose A, B, C, and out of that any particular option can execute. Okay, so from multiple options based on the value of an expression. Okay, so we'll see this part. Look at the syntax now. So switch is the keyword we have to use. Switch is the keyword we have to use, right? And in the parenthesis, we have to write down the expression. That is the expression talking about an expression. Okay. And most important part of the expression is when the expression is evaluated by the compiler, okay, can evaluate and what type of value it can generate so that my switch case statement remain valid to the compiler and get executed as per our expectation. That expression, whatever you expression you write here, write a plus b, whatever you write expression you write here, it should evaluate and give me an integer or a character. Other than this, any value that expression can generate, but it will not entertain by the switch case statement. Okay, so I hope the first line is clear. It is a kind of control statement. Okay, it is a kind of control statement that we have already seen with the if and else, but here you will have multiple choice based option, not you, for the compiler you're going to build the code. So out of that multiple option, only one option will be considered by the compiler for execution. So we call them block of code will be executed. And most important part, we need to use another keyword to build the switch case, that is switch, and inside the parenthesis we have to use an expression. That expression must be valued to either an integer or either an character, else you will not get the proper outcome, might be sometimes error also, compile time error. Second point regarding the switch case, it is sometimes we can see that it is an alternative of if else statement, means we can replace the if else statement with an switch case. Okay, sometimes it is suitable to change it. Sometimes we found that if else construct is suitable, so based on the code readability and situation we can take the decision. So most important part when you normally refer the switch case, when you're going to design a menu based program. Okay, so that means once your code get executed and you give certain options to the user to select any one of them, okay, then this type of program is easy to build with the switch case. Okay, but if and else, remember, in if and else we are not going, normally not asking that any option. We simply ask to enter some input, that as we have done with the vowel and consonant with the character and largest of three numbers, okay, and then odd even number and also positive negative numbers, right? We just ask an input and we compare the input with certain conditions. If condition true, some part will execute. So there is no such case true false. True false concept is not there. Remember the very first difference, okay, with if else and switch case, true false statement is or situations we are not going to face here. We are not normally use logical and logical or operator in the expression. Okay, so better to refrain from using them. You can use it So if I hope you remember, a logical and an or operator, whenever we use them in an expression, the outcome will be in two form, either 1 and 0. So you cannot have multiple option in the body of switch case, as it is mentioned multiple options, right? So it can be either 1 or it can be 0. It becomes binary kind of options, any one out of two. Inside the switch case, there is another keyword we need to use, that is called case is the keyword. So there are two keyword you need to see here. One is switch, another is case. Okay, both are in lower case. Okay, case, and give a single space. There's a single space. So I'll use this symbol to represent a single space and a level. So please note down about this one. This one is a level of the switch case. Okay, level of the, yes, this link is fine, level of the switch case. So this level, what is the type of the label is allowed? The type of the label is either a character or either an integer. Any other label is not allowed. You can use any integer value, valid integer, 1, 0 to infinite, positive, negative, any number. And character also, special character, digit, and alphabet you can also use. So that's why if this particular expression did not evaluate to an integer or character, then none of the case will be evaluated. That is the reason I told that expression must be evaluated to either an integer or character. If suppose that expression, whatever the value it generates, and no such label is present in the case, the default is going to be executed. You can consider this default as an else, if else letter. So this is one if, this is another if. You can have n numbers of switch case. So as per ANSYS, we can have maximum 255 numbers of case level. So we are normally not written such case, 4 or 5 is sufficient. Okay, and if none of the case is matched, or outcome of the expression is matched with the level, the default will going to be considered. Another thing we need to see here in the syntax, along with these two keyword, every body of the case must be terminated with a keyword called break statement. Okay, break, B-R-E-A-K. Okay, so if I just write here a clear switch case syntax, how it will be look like. Sorry, here you can, I'm writing it here, switch, right? Then there will be an expression. Okay, its body will start, body will end, multiple case level. So level 1 followed by a colon. We can write the body of this case, and the last line should be an break statement. So case level 2. Okay, so level is of either integer or character, and this way you can have any number, and definitely the last one must be end with a break statement, and the last one, which is optional, the default one. So default one is optional, and at the last default we are not using any break. So break is necessary only for the case statement. For the default statement, break is not necessary. So once the default statement get executed, or any of the case body get executed, due to the break statement, the program control will jump outside of the switch case body. Okay, outside of the switch case body. Okay, so now let's go back to the GDB compiler and let's see the syntax in detail here. So now we're going to discuss to check a given number, odd or even. Okay, so we're going to see first program here. A given number is odd or even. So let us try this first. Okay, so we'll take a number from the user. Oh, sorry, it's just a number. I'm going to take as input. Done, our input is ready. Now remember, we going to use a switch, and inside the switch you're going to pass an expression. So here, how to test a number is odd or even? Number modulus by 2 must be equal to 0. Okay, so remember I told that if in an expression there is at least one relational operator or logical operator, outcome will be either 0 or 1. So if it is 0, it means that expression evaluates to false. Okay, so this can be one of our label, false. So if it is false, what we can tell? We can tell that percentage d is an odd number, and every case must be end with a break statement, right? And to improve the readability of the code, you can just do some indentation here. Case 1 for the true case, and let me just copy this two line. Now it is an even number, and I think if a number entered, either it will be even or either it will be odd. So in such case, there is no default case necessary. Okay, so let's run and see. Asking for a number. So see, 7 is an odd number, it works fine. Okay, if I enter a number 8, 8 is an even number. So now this is very simple statement that we have built with the switch case statement, right? So how it is happening actually, the how compiler is actually doing the stuffs here. Okay, so look at here how compiler is actually doing the stuffs. You entered a number, fine. So I've entered a number 7. So now this expression, this particular variable will be replaced by 7. So 7 modulus 2 equal to 0. So 7 modulus 2 is remainder is 1. 1 equal to 0 is false. So now the complete statement is evaluated to a value that is 0, right? So now it is checking case level. What is level? 0. Is 0 equal to the value of expression? Yes. So then it will enter to that particular body. It will execute this line, and due to the break statement, it will directly come outside of the switch case statement. Okay, fine. I hope you understand the syntax. So let's build some complex logic. So let us test with that. Take a character from user as input and check it is a vowel or consonant, right? So here you can see the use of default case. Okay, so let me just put this thing in comment. So later I'll share that file in the description of the video. You can also refer it. So let me just comment it. Check a number is odd or even. Okay, next example. So I'm going to take a character as input now. Before that, let us just print a message, enter a character, check spelling carefully while you're writing the code. So percentage C, okay, done. Our input is done. So now again I'll use the switch, and in the expression we'll give the ch. Okay, so now I am not using any expression, directly I give the variable. So what I told, whenever it is evaluated, it will give me a single value at the character integer. So ch is a character. If it is evaluated by the compiler, it gives me the character that you have inputted here. Fine. Okay, so now for the vowel, again like in if else statement, how many conditions I have written for the vowel and consonant? For vowel, one condition with logical or, and consonant for else case. So similarly here also I'll write for the vowel all the cases, and for consonant I'll write the default one. Okay, so now case, careful, I cannot use like this. I can't do this, not allowed. Only, okay, it is not allowed. So because here the label is neither as integer or neither as character, it is become an expression. So expression is not allowed, can't do this. Okay, so now I am using a character, fine. Now we need to write again printf vowel, no need. So for all of this I can use only one printf, a e I o u, done. And here percentage C is a vowel, VO, done, super. And now I need to use a break statement, and if it is not so, percentage C is a consonant. Done. Oh, you might thought that, sir, why there is no break. See, let me show you. Once I execute, then you can understand why I have not used any break here. It is allowed. Break is not compulsory statement. It is a requirement. So if I enter A, it gives me vowel. Even though if I enter B, it gives me consonant, correct? So now if I enter E, vowel, got it? I, vowel. Oh, see how this switch cases works as compared to my previous switch case example. Previously, if you just remember, I have used break statement, right? So now I am not using break statement. So what will happen? So suppose if I use A here, so it will match. CH will be replaced by A. So case A is equal to the value of expression. Yes, answer is yes. So there is nothing to print. Okay, so what switch case will do till it encounters a break statement, whatever the case is there, it's going to execute after this case, after the matching case. Okay, so here this is the first matching case. After that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 other case written for handling the vowel scenario. So that's why, see, I have not provided any printf here, no printf here, no printf here, no printf here, no, only one printf I have written for the last case. Why? Because for all of these 5 case, same output, na? It is a vowel. So why should I write a separate printf? So it is allowed in C programming, right? So you can, even though if I take, suppose now, sir, what if you take an input as O? So I have not handled the uppercase, right? I have handled only the lowercase. So if you want to handle the uppercase, you need to build more case conditions, right? Because we don't have logical OR scenario here. So one thing we can do for the handle of uppercase, we can convert the uppercase to lowercase. Suppose user entered an uppercase. Okay, so here first you need to check if the ch is greater than equal to a, and that's why I told we can replace any if else statement with the switch case, that is fine, but it is not always suitable to replace if else with the switch case. There are certain scenario. So the next example we will see that particular scenario. Okay, so now I'm going to replace this character by lowercase value. So the difference between uppercase ASCII value and lowercase ASCII value is 32. Okay, so if you entered a character as uppercase, it will satisfy by this condition, it will convert it into lowercase. And now, even though if you enter an uppercase, let me show you. See, it is vowel, correct? Look at the output. Output is in lowercase because I have converted. So that's why performing operation between character and integer is very easy because characters are internally integers, right? So let's test with another one. Okay, now S. So S is a consonant. So while it is printing, it gives me that in lowercase because I have already converted. So you can use some more conditions here. Fine. Clear how switch case works? If you did not write the break statement, so and if that particular case is matched, then till it encounters any break, all the body is going to be executed. So let me show you. Suppose now here I going to write this. Okay. So here I am not using the break statement. Now look at no break. No break. So let's execute and see what is happening. I have entered E. So now see what I told till the matching a case statement. So I have entered E. So definitely E equal to A is false. So there is no output of this line. So you did not see any output. But here you can see when E matched, okay, so it prints this E as vowel. How many times? You can now check. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Right? So now suppose that if I entered a break here, and now if I execute, if I do E, now it's only one output because first one is already false and here it is matched, okay, and due to the break it came outside. Now you can try with the A, you will get two output. A, see, A is well, A is well, because after A I did not use break. So you can see there are any character I have input, it always comes with the similar kind of output. That's why previously I have not written any printf statement for other cases. I have written the printf statement only for the last case statement. No need to use the break, you can remove it. So you can try with such scenario. Okay, I hope you understand the working of the switch case now. So let us take the perfect example where I can use the switch case menu driven program. So what we'll ask the user in the menu driven program here, we'll ask the user to enter two number, okay, num1 and num2, right, and we'll also ask to select an operator, what kind of operation that user wants to perform. So this will be an options, multiple options, right? So as you've seen in the definition that I have mentioned, one block of code for multiple options. So that kind of code is exactly normally you're going to build with the switch case. Okay, so let me put this code in comment also. I'll also, what is the purpose? Check a character RSC is vowel and a consonant, right? So I'll share this code with you so that you can also practice. So now I'm going to build a menu driven program. So I'm going to take some input first. So printf enter to space separated integer, you can have float up to you, and now scanf percentage d and another number percentage d, careful, only one space, at the rate, okay, num1 and ampersand array, ampersand num2, done. Okay, now let us take a character as input for the operator. Okay, so before that we need to display what are the operators available. Choose an option, choose an option. Okay, so before that let us print all the option. One plus for addition, right? So we need to similar way, you need to give other five options as well. One, so you need to use backslash n, careful. Now for subtraction, right? Okay, another one, another one, another one. Need to handle them. So it is for multiplication, okay, now it is for division, and now it is for last one is for remainder. Okay, for remainder, done. So we have it properly, we have already using backslash n. So what is the use of multiple backslash n here. Now we need to print this particular line also for an input, and we need a scanf which can take care of the operator. So I hope you remember this is an two integers, right? After two integer you're going to take a character as input. So my buffer will full, I need to flush that one first. So get char, okay, and now you can have a scanf. Percentage C for the operator, so you can modify it, operator. Okay, now you can build your switch case, and you can pass the operator here. Okay, now you can build your multiple case. So we'll have plus, so it will do printf percentage d, and we can do now num1 plus num2, right? Now all operations are separate, you have to use now break statement. So we're just going to copy and paste these lines. Okay, and now change the operator, minus for minus, and now we have the multiplication. So for multiplication, and now we have the division. So we have the division, and now we have the modulus for the remainder. And we need to have one default case here, because you may press a wrong option, so select a correct option, right? Fine, backslash n, not necessary, but fine. So this is the complete code. You can see now so many stuffs. So let us just execute and see it is working or fine or not. Enter two space separated integer 8 and 9. Okay, so now it is asking me press plus for addition. Okay, so if I press plus, I get 17. Got it? So this is multiple option, and out of multiple option we are selecting a specific option. So now if I select multiplication, got it. And one last thing is I have not modified it here. I think, will it okay? Let me just run and see. No. So how to print, because percentage, I need to stop it, right? Just a minute. So if you need to print this, just have it. I think now it is okay. Now run. Yes. So if I now just hit some integers here, okay, now I get the percentage sign, but I get the 0. Remainder is 0, right? Yeah, remainder is 0. So run it again and test. Suppose 11 and 5, and if I hit percentage, remainder is 1. Okay, so now this is it. I hope you understand now the basic structure of switch case, and I have demonstrated with the 3 different examples, so it will be very clear now. Okay, if you need more examples, so please comment on the video. I'll share this code in the description of the video. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up, it will motivate me, and please do not forget to like my channel. Have a nice day ahead.